Malklabo ko leo ngil tutal mergi dalo ko happy Wednesday katumdengel wase el al weekend mo kamang ta weekender ki de buklog en sidsra omrengel saula ya ongem ludra family day makandamral ngartiang wish ko miro ko a happy Thanksgiving a happy family day ko maral masal tige ro ko il lomakal mar ngarablirir mar ngarawrelir maigel ngaringi matigel ngarai krel belau mal klubo ko lewin sil se ko mal masal ko no sa mil lobang gather el altutao straight talk with our president Surangel Whips Jr. el altutao bago der siderang lungo o kore tungun masada itorio git mal kuklo o ay saigel kuk blood rule maigel swal mom rule ma metolulu adamel Dios Agi meral tarobar madamer el altutao emeral merenga sule mertial klobok leungil sils emeral ol nitel wase ki mother city el talk shore giver el altutao emeral malulu el wase el altutao nga hama angalge mera ataitorio Surangel matirgal staff retial station mar staff rengilul banggel may pod sab emel lomakray la imo mam maudaswam ma wisdom markaw may gerogul bol mo alter el altuta lol logiw tia lolgiw ng buhay bol sab el maral makatak labat tokol tokoy Melbol blakatak lel klua del morar adarablur belau loba baltiga renger ka makarasyar ka. Aki maralol ngitul wasa alda damamel gibom dur el altutaw. Bol soba el lomakup sa dalang aklir maklangar maureli rarokul ad maskuli rarangalakam. Emaralol ngitul wase bol soba el mastrira hope ma encouragement and more tigel loring se omes. Agimra lol ngitul wase adamel Dios. Polsob el blok tarmam maudaswam. Egimolmon melosi gersel swalarungum. Diakal sel swalarmam maudaswam. Di ser rengra omasyon moratang matang. Agimra lol ngitul wase alngaringa oreng selome sertiang algora amakitarngul alubngalnya ko rusirarngul maudaswel pol sabe el laigel ala daitorio gider el altutaw el pol sabe el masahop parngi matalang aklel logi wa igel batogulurele el blalongot mokal girirar other belau marngal gedel maralmay akmral other sitiang Emeralol nito wase mo maknatanga tarokul ad Lorenz Maromes matirgel guk obang kamamel in spirit mo maknatanga tadalang aklir maomerengal sa raklugok masidsra tulungal ga bolungil a weekend tir Emerald Dios ang asaw Emerald merenga sulem in Jesus mighty and powerful and precious name amen. Madako mal masulang diswa dalo ay surwase daitorio amal di mo kora mga du musese ending mal ngamla ngara Diaz Broadcasting lamira TMC mal swalgo ko der sitiang le korangi dil ave loreng se omesal wase alsomin sabi milom ko tong ra 488-5350 Yan lakal so miwa otora nga riul to dara dengwan sa pamil text sa 757888 madangay galgarmi wal ubang concern na kami man sa taitorio mang pol sa el small and mo blakatakle ko rakaw magamal masulang malungit to taitorio kun maskaw mamuul
mal otro mal klabo ko wil tutaw mal marmud uk martiang ukse el kirablu el mimokla atora amidiari mangani ate level engage ro ngela public share di kadangara Thanksgiving week para imora program ra sabadong rureng sengal mo ado mo ase sel dabora Biblia igel lulu sa apostol Paulus ra Biblia. So we're talking about 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Thessalonians, igel Acts, Romans, igel el book sa Bible lulu sa Paulus. And important about that, there's almost 50 references in la Torah thankfulness. Agumral was a Thanksgiving season. We should be thankful. Most importantly, mararubak kal Dios. Ngira del mrenga suler aklabo ko lewil balwab ate ele del mimok lolger ranklel. You know, I think that's one of the blessings el kita kira a free society se lo mgodoringi ese del el worship in freedom. Kada diregal mrenga sula Dios ra aklangal tangatra ungil blul bilskit. الديغل دي لونيل بلو لونيل على هذا السيل نكلبوغل ديغل مرينا سولا ديوس را بلو الكتمدين واسين ديغل بأس بلو مقطع بلو الجيدا سيد النار السيل most importantly 1994 وهذا اللي تنوسل الكليسيف اللي جيدا مغادرة درابلوات غير البلو ندين غاري سيد الكليسيا دم قد مرة الميوخ رابلو هذا سيد الكليسيا دل علي قد لو التلا ندين غاري إيمول سنكيور جدر أيوان من كذا نجير هذا المهم الأسوار سيل الكليسيا دار هذا بلاو إما براود هذا بلاو كتير هذا كذا سيرة تروبيس يقدر نعمل لها كوفيد. And it's not something that we expected. Sera durte ndiga dalem dena se tiamo mringal. Dinga kamalomra lo sa rubakal dosa has a plan. So we got through it. And agumra lo se evidence shows us that we've got through it. We've come out of it and we're stronger than we were before. In fact, the IMF adirgam lerbela umang share yel statistics, the yel economic data. Lootia progress was last year we grew by 12%. This year we're growing again by 6%, and next year it will continue. So sell rebound, we're rebounding, and we're excited. Ngari abesel flight rashabal emurarab, kasi katangal tangat. Ablura kwa masaybal are reporting was say tourism is on the decline, down 10%. We're going up, and so we have so much to be thankful for. We should be thankful was ayel mle projection gidra yosang angar gidra last year adil ngalakla. In fact, esel amount traudo the project gidra next year already them le gira at 2025. So that gives you a sense of we are progressing in the right direction, and diga domral was murtuira robakal Dios ma elniami tigay grid urtuira abotol lnyeso mauldaso gida esperar kagaraw sila adalo na sa origid el mga tmoklo. Mang aksol di nguterte ale mal wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Ya mal nguterte ale mal wish ra arubugul belaw ibudul maraklay marubugul belaw bilong ebiraklay mar masil belaw President Paules marugul senators Speaker Ganay marugul delegates Chief Justice ngiray galaw marugul justices mar governors, lators, mar bekel other belaw. Ang aray krel belaw, maalsel belaw, a very happy Thanksgiving. Dungu tial teal, ngaria lulger rangagara, ngaram rigel wase. Kami kum celebrate Thanksgiving, makwase, itiatara igel halidel gimilu ram rigel. Di tia otro important al halidel, ngumaklat querido wase, ngiria del more thankful. Le sel domesra story ng Israel in the Old Testament. Israel tobodara Egypt, they were ungrateful. Hindi tilgibel thankful, diumonday. And ang omra wase sel nangar sige deluldaso. Kada may andap mo depressed, umdas sa makita ro. Umdas se apartra sometimes engula arang alageth. Amo mo msekadaw the sweet mo they're attracted to drugs, they're attracted and more omli marom attracted and more ato ito say kita really was stress ang mamel among ilak lang aram I get it temporary. Abay nga klari gidul lotu ira rubak, bodom da so positive, kita sel mongila klari gid. Because if we always put ourselves down, I think one of the things akmina durangal gara school like program ra o til belaw ma Palau Behavioral Health Council naringira arungol par arsera ko tulurior. And I think that's so important. Let's encourage positive ayel luldaswel el meskida aungil luldaso. Lakati dosa ayel kantila rogulto koy. Dosa ayel lungil of course ngari ang songos. Mudo sikroler se magradagat mok laigel dang songos ringin mongil. And let's lift our children up. Akmuna se tiala shugari drangaramo kada soder olbedi angal lomel til mongil malum soder we put them down thinking that will help them come up. But actually psychology says no, kabay you lift them up. Eleng akmuna kada ngamakti I get guilty of the same thing. Umda sa am CCL toy ele of course ada lusi akrian mang ruling alal mo plakarul mom sisi. But sometimes we break their spirit. Ngira dal helper we have to have a nurturing spirit. Mosong sa tora. Pero lugoy
toyo le pepiratay metakmu lahal tilgal amatrang alagem. Say the mentality, but I think ang lamo kadam lamal aswal wase kadam la sois ra aguk ngod el generation where they need to hear from us a positivity and they need to be praised and we need to support them. What they're doing is good. They'll build a self-confidence artir. Mang maral to ko igal mol. Wala nga ramo to olbadi de sel lang espesyal gatsal. Kau kamal model ngaram kalmangal. Giral CCR ngum.
So I was at a WASC accreditation al TLE at Palau High School. This was several years ago after the senator. And I remember a presentation I'll present at WASC. The presentation was let's celebrate Aigel good things. And I think that's so important. I think sometimes we focus on all the negative. And of course, and let's look at our challenges and how we can fix them. So celebrate the good things, look at the challenges, and see how we can fix them. And I think ados per segidel toko mora family and be thankful and provide the positivity and kita sedel mo try get all ways stop adrak sa messages para sel belaw. They will find every way to bring it in. The best way to combat drugs are reduce the demand. Get high on life, not high on drugs. Be grateful for what you have. Be thankful. If you turn yourself el mumra rubak, I get the moit. So these are, I think, things that we need to work together on. And we have two great holidays this month. We have Thanksgiving. And we have Happy Family Day. And I think there's nothing more important than the family. And the opportunity to spend time together, encourage each other, and get stronger. Lastly, this I say, we also, every year, we take the time, and we have that Employee Appreciation Day. This year, of course, I was saying, bereng adama ministry ringi, gora kita dari kami budget ringid. But I think most importantly, because on September 30th, dimlakat pa sa budget on time. Ndir other customs, other bulis, amil lemol maloror tulong marang, it will be taken care of. And I think segidel commitment to service, and we have to praise that our other governmental renewers, they continue to do their work. Our leaders will eventually get this problem solved and they'll take care of us, so we'll work. Now, that doesn't give us an excuse not to do our job on time. But by remind them mergida leaders, let's do our job. So lakapol sepa our other lawyer. School. We need to thank them. We should appreciate them. or other provide a service. Of course, in any job, I mean, I get complaints. Service kita custom sa kalungila, service kita available kita karula order. You know, the question. We all have our weaknesses. And I appreciate to say that there are other dibla kataklo ay say ay kita ngal songos. Ektirikal appreciate there are other mril order maybe ra time maybe nga regel mo kidel mga takla order mo regel ora sisi el tokol dadung el mortrigal el doro la bantrir mga dawli trate ala se mo subes ayel el sisi el tokol gimdilo di kita amral di mreng asuli ursel bertiga dengan kami mora other belaw el mrura urura rabek el silsiling kami ada kamorol ligila president komorol gilira other belaw mang to all the public service employees government rablo belaw happy Thanksgiving komal musulang aramri urura rabek el sils and next press conference hopefully mlame lister trigger ukmle outstanding employees of the year magdiri kamo recognize it dinga komral wase with all the issues of budget ma rogoy this year we can say they're all outstanding and tamil mol el mrula yel urerer el ngari sel confidence say first of all I serve other belaw hopefully a leadership as el gutn clear. So with that bike paskawa ulal
yeah mal ngarni angitil garmiung gamen ten sa milom ko tong ara 4885350 el ubkom text sa 757888 the makmo matral back and forth and the adi igere pataitorio ngari amlem dengan wase kamirtiara el alsils en sorry local wase mangirel tamsaudara igal business loan ra NDBP el loan dia kaudo de either baby that timing mal meuda and the togel wasing tial Saudi loan ang girel gerel amos sabel lel kamatingel was sel nga business loan eng immediately ma-start tel giril hararangi ngaringi awel sabil mastrira at least 6 months to a year before they start actually paying at tial loan al ubang interest teringi mang aktilwa sa erek mo operata editorial may
so usually China get rule loans, whether even government travel sell a loan, engari sell the same grace period ra loan. This sell grace period ra loan usually no matter what you have to pay the interest. That's part of nitial la loan de camperile. Uno que pera interest dire yadro moksari sti ablal sir yadel mo perien ndiga di pera interest ndiga bol mrega igal bol generate a revenue. So I think part of the education process, ma planning angal business owner, I get understand the say. So omlar alone, those are the conditions. You need to be prepared. El pera interest for at least, let's say kamrura building, and it takes 1 year to build. They got start el drawdown or telling you're only paying on the interest of what you draw down. Go there the finishing, so mos start to generate a revenue. Mga mos emel el start el pera al adult loan. That's common practice. Yes, NDVP is trying all ways. So there's actually 3 different things that we're trying to do. Help NDVP So first, sell Saudi loan implementary. Agumra lo said I'm saying over 2 years el ngara Senate to questioner adra Senate magi mla answer. I think kadamina asule la Senator Basilius el lilutro tabdira ola al matamlo debate ni after al debate ni el lilutro ya questions ma agimle ayulinga ay rogul ger tira ministry de alway disela ba birega el answer ay rogul questions tir magumra lo sendi al time kada adimira adra Senate lo say you know, at the end of the day, we have to look at all options and help us misi abang gargit. Ongero, ngari sel la the passenger 2014. Naktiga may senator ang passenger sel wase bolsera ni people accept the deposits. Naraul klo to tell accept the deposits. So may say abang of kuam abang of ay mark klo deposits lo. In fact, tamla sa igil ngal sila igil bang akmed mo ewaldar tel million. digel udo ogal basen tri habla lo top del ma kwam mahawe mudora business ma habla ra kwam mahawe Dr. Yoshino ase mkra amu telu do de mo circulating asel ba. So one of those ways FIC and I know NDVP sent the application a couple years ago more FIC they sat on it, they didn't act on it, but the more mutan mo send the application or tilmo hopefully mo sil satan la deposits. That's one way they help NDVP mo ya do dral sel. Okay day ngari sel they're proposing a Dr. Yoshino Maradra Shabal and they're working with us. It create themselves as in Palau savings bond. Indeed, you know, Dr. Yoshino, I say, I wouldn't go to close to tell a Palau savings bond. Sell, help other. First of all, mumdu save. And also say, do them, come mumdu save, they don't wait to tell Udo del Dungo. Ongeru, esel Udo, am give print, I'll sell Bella, or Val Mok Clouder, I'll sell Ablur Bella, help, I'll boost Dragon Amir, I'll sell Ablur Bella. Tianga amle coral KCL agaizer ablura shabal resera after amgamat temle teacher am gigre al everybody to think about savings ma first bay longoy tayaria save first emro ayel sesen momdel spend se it's an important principle or a builder am CC el gaizai am CC el blu so I gave the three things I think are different ways el gida are working on lo siklo resem grada sisi abangari adi last social sharing diriglanari a development bank for other sources of revenue. One of those was the Palau coin, commemorative coin. Se dodongali was na hombre ka so it's already out there. Clear was in laria imoro gombali il milay geludo. Di seguirel al mora development bank. So Sir Gombali amla agree was a settle will pay you $1 million el gire la gel nombre al rach because really you can only go back 6 years. And then NDBP and them will work together. El gire a payment every year and on average they get another 80,000 a year. So tianga es ludo el mora NDBP el di help partir mata they get stronger. Same namo medel tarrak well at least 6 months and ngaram dala a Senate. Ngaram dala kami tira of the whole Chairman Mariur el dirga maral omsubri to me a SPM la rula gay sri tiam na mumrek si crole la do tur NDVP so it gives them more capital el help adrablu you know amal simple gurur also will get adrablu there's nothing perfect but at least if 80% of it is good dungu okto domda suranex the other bortia the stobertia we cannot do anything and I think that's one of the challenges that we have tora tial al marine sanctuary mla momrek omsu mla terklil wasaya mostly important 50 miles el grancel protection tial mlikra al sela egal al malledar al sela blur belau sea most important el dega commercial fishing ngari esel ngalakar say como will managing Michael tunal ngi ado de no sengartian mora giriba sengartian mora marshal sengartian mora Indonesia ado ritm din klebel studies done so ngaram gabo rega dringira senet eda no action kada ngira we need to take action le ula ate al magarul el merar other belau lift raklar other belau you know we have our differences but let's look at solutions let's look at ways el help other belau so anyway el arto tagado plan to akhir morayel el pending na senet but kada ngasew gira drosiga giro gulte al nias el helpa ragarrura al sela blur belau el smisied mos edel el help protestam aderstal other belau
Victorio el agado mesra Trump administration etamla classified nursing luasing more non-professional ngara ora mo direction ra government tergi terelang mo affected gi datang tel tora nursing more mal professional nursing
well sorry in dexal mo na say wa ngara implication or sel toy At the end of the day, a nurse is a nurse. So kita, and we need nurses, we need accountants, we need architects, we need engineers, we need teachers. So I don't know what it means in Morato, American. Hindi ka uriyo rigid ospe, and it shouldn't impact anything to me. I don't know what's going to impact ringin. Yeah. Maybe the help I'll explain. What do you think?
Yeah, but what I wondered was say just because I'm regal am lakut maklil say mo direction at it. Di la government tergid amal mol was dia our nurses amal mol professional nursing al di albol chance at title etile. Of course scholarship ma salary tira walbol lakal ngar say the level of profession.
Is that what that means?
Yeah. Ngwal seldo mo ibertial news ngwal igel funding ratora scholarship awal bol cut. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess that would have an impact federal programs so we have to review it. Hindi gumral was hindi ka question in our mind was we need nurses. So al sumamrigel au mlamo kat pa kagel tora a scholarship nurse, and that's something scholarship and that's why and maybe we need to boost up para level I'll help nurse. So I think that's impact am ari and ngar level message ng songs and make sure gida priority gida adakal matamalla.
Yeah, on ede vaito ngo so den mom dingen lo se ela será November 12 ya kulgeringira ngel atra IMF press conference lo se Trump pamlo stop by gele 1 cent production ngara ko raw the swela government elale although kadam dingen lo se rogut to yam lamo digitize en ngaringi akora mo affect ringi tigid en ngaringi ngara ko raw direction ra governmental girel el agumeseng agirut makal loader kami maolbil el girel tiayid al molmodeja penis how would that affect our consumers el mora businesses al ubang stoang governmental pay bills.
Yeah. So ndeka question lang kadi mo arala dengi iga base ramirer mga ramong telal sense it's something kadamrail baduli and we need to address it. Businesses need to figure out how they're going to compensate or how they're going to address the issue. Of course, a common thing you're going to have to round. Al suman 3 cents, and agiren mo 5 cents. Why say? That's 2 cents, and agirel mo 1 cent. That's usually the way you solve the problem. Hindi ka choice. Or kapelo ba debit card, kapelo ba we hope to losing as el money at a possibility na Palau stable coin. Marshals actually are going to launch. Tumla launch gartir. So of course digital money will help solve the self problem. I mean, if you think issue Amrigel, a Trump has 1 cent, gunmol Molombia bring costra government Amrigel at 3.5 cents. Matia vigdala minus. They can make sense. So by eliminate 1 cent let tiamla mo expense. Yeah. So maybe a value 1 cent sana mo dakal sell value rangaramo. So these are things that we have to continue to evaluate. Maybe eventually it has to just be $1. That's the trend. Sell ang value 1 cent. Asel ngaria alo orar. Ma 5 cents now. I think there's very few things that you can buy 5 cents. Yeah. So these are challenges, and we have to find solutions to try to help para go to the next stage.
President Kamgoro Uwaiso se el atial BSL facility ra Department of Corrections and ngarang sarseng momregar o ngarang aling ngaringiar kalbus el di meset se mlashe rasyasin el tospe ahos lom ko egega or tol emanamo gikyon di ha toilet seat emanamo rundown mang al sabi togi tiang al mkorasher lom tatriril al sum torreng selwase ngaraigel mo sabi mo mrekti al PSL prison facility ra by the end of this year ang next year ang malbol makluaran rin.
So give them understand the say Aurora prison take it the Aurora. Do you know one of the things el gulu marani chini first al turobis I was say we're spending over $5 million still el jail. And we were hoping was saying momrek migidu lingi tra Taiwan and was say I'm help pergi finish the jail. Dimle se rudo dale olvile there was no more money. Mgadamre ngasula Taiwan al milski daudo el malasm el finishing. We had hoped to was about a couple years ago Chibara jail near rigging it again Senator Malaire. Tigam lora huriping el mo inspecta el final kagdal el tial prison. Marungu da yem lamber bela alu bagay kalme. So there's been challenges aurela contractor behind. There's been challenges CIP maybe adim na kaloring la tokortin man speed up our process. Gida diri kan mani sa ona blood albangania tial mini games. El commitment ngani the line ngima ar contractor amlam masangal to do everything to get ready for the games. Magada understand as the game challenges the priority as it will get done as soon as possible. A goal as they want it to be as much complete by December. Will it be complete by December 31st? Probably not. But soon after, kasi yes. There's other things girel get migil. Girel mrula dengil morsel pasyo. So those are things that we need to work on, but it's in progress. Hopefully early next year kada namo osperi. Direk girel the reminder was alia, for example, a toilet seat. Ade kalina nga benjora abla kalbus. That's not normal. I get tiagirel the bowl emergon. So we have to understand that abla kalbusa there. So the new jail will not have a toilet seat. Eligas el obad el ukmo weapon. Tiagirel the rungol clalo. So we have to help people understand that IGL correctional facilities are designed in certain ways. El protect our inmates. Buk la kada borse da complain lo se. Tiangan brand new de toilet seat ri. Nakola di aktibe remember they're designed of course the last thing that we want ascenderan al get el mora IGL correctional facilities. So what we should encourage them, don't commit crime so you don't go there in the first place. I think sometimes if you think it's going to be a hotel, it's not a hotel. So don't think lo set tiang wil basol the boni. Bay mosikro la lagobong. Iling that's the whole point. Tingira nga deterrence. Kita jail compel blah blah malungil. So I know we're always complaining. Jail. But remember, ular ava mogolbus, ngania talamal rirur, el girira restaurant especially other drugs. Tigam guadra ng ligeth. Because when you sell drugs, you're killing our children. You're frying their brains. Blaka mo mumda so se alabong tiangil toy and kid other below owe them something. We owe them the responsibility to provide a blay, house them, but they also have to understand, Rose, they need to take care of where they are. They also have a responsibility. di maru de malmal lemru. I mean, it's a big expense. Kadong makartir take care tir. We spend more or tigil galbus rangal kara school. So we're doing all we can. We're building a beautiful facility for them. I think it's important that they be thankful. Tulduru lengaria alngar alsel. Yeah, our police, especially in our election sa hotel marin urior. Told ala kartir tedi masangal diolsi sa badrak sa alsel jail. I mean, it's non-stop. So we need to work together. I think sometimes tangara jail make them feel entitled. Matakan tinul mrul adal ngareng alsel say. Wasir adra blima mga rekrel masabak rama me complain namor olbil marador olbil arur til mumda so se aygal langari ang wilto. So we have to understand the say. Awulat tangar say tamluda bloods el tirairun murar adra belo. So
el angaria kora dial bes el facility moringa kora rehab ringi. El mo helper tin mo sa
ngaria basol si ngaria o basketball ngaria basol si ngaria brula sersir ngaria room si moria ngaria counseling ngaria room albonia ser. I'm telling you el kada diri un hombre que complete sele 5-star el blababi mtia das ang amo 5-star facility a correction you know get them understand what I say. We're doing all we can. Yes, I agree with what I say. Abasyon ngari is not the best. Could be better. And that's why we're building a new facility.
Well, blamdung ya Victoria kung wase katamral di makise di negative. Esegi dawal bolkoza o discourage rangal ge mentally affect rangal ga. And that's where the most vulnerable end up in prison. Mang komal masaw raw relil so lakot maklise mata hopefully mere at
next year.
Yeah.
I know las hindi December 31st ang open, but hopefully early next year.
Okay. Katamal maring asule mel sabi ngusel 20 million ra marigel el mora pension. Mangoraswa del di ngwal de swemel wase. Is there any way sa el mutel moaya nga ramong al 30 years of service ya at retire al ubang kada mystery ra optional was hindi mo 60 argile to retire.
Yeah.
Say ako ramle mol game na rangayas kal abel.
Yeah. So kita mo understand ri ay germ laang ay germ mo maritim. Sel sugum garulia a plan. Wase ake expect el malara full retirement di 2 years sul gurior. Ti bankrupt el system. So I give them understanding. I say we can let them retire at 30 years and di girel mo gigre lolari. Say I give them understanding. Mang clow to telel olvira galulaw ma pension plan al rural reform retail system more sustainable. Regular say I give us community 20 million. Direct offer another 6 million. Lobengel sell trigal mumalar trigal other mle osiga asylum seekers. Kada they will give us up to 26 million. El say agora mle projection los peril el take care trigal 15 years or less. And they sell what's important to say although that baskid we come up with whatever plan, but it has to be a plan that the actuarials material experts kung say tiang akarentil was engel drigam loreo as retire. We have to have a plan and we have to pass a law al follow say they can say other continue more other ablulo say and they can man say the years retire mala full retirement no tiadakal sa elo urir tokoy. Bankrupt ra system, makadi mo malara maybe half or zero sa ludo dam namo dakaw do. yamal dir murtro. So you have to contribute enough. Government to contribute to sharing to be able to get it when you retire. So akmi dura 30 adra IMF lartiang. It was one of the most important things you need to do a reform a pension ma SS to make it sustainable. 30 other funds. And so we were talking about Palau needs to pass the law. I want to issue a raise a retirement age. France mandiri protest. Hindi gimlor o recalculate ni if they want full retirement, they have to work 43 years. So what they did, the pasarala was 43 years and more, they come a full. And some go the oral dory, kung sell amount retirement for 43 years, every year less minus year sell ba center sell divided in 43, which would be around 2 madringal per two madringal percent. Minus 3. So what you need to be able to do is understand the Rase. If you don't put anything in, expect el dimlaudo, it's not going to survive. So tela man sisil toy hindi mlamo gira del stop al maror au dudira ng lagyat. Git sila ka make a decision. Git sila the promise other ablo igil dekal si other lo takal toy. Edakan tinul deka the take action. Inga the maror au dudira ng lagyat. Me kwasing ngil to kagi moruri. I'm sorry. That has to stop. Give the change our mindset. Give the say the focus. You know, better give the amem kada masado say kada protector tiang emal tigar mudra ng but sell dong retirement ma says emal deka bodola sering. I think we need to set the same efforts. So a pension plan am luktu para temela TT 1986 alak alwith or 87 sa temela present Sally. And you'll move a problem in Merela. I hope before 2028 I am to emlam gatmok emla mlamuri serudo as tiang as el said the Lord Tagani. Adram regala sel granted bilskida as ayim skmaudo degal si los peri until compasralla. Lo otil mergamam el wase you have a sustainable plan. Al suman you have to return the money with interest. That's in the grant. And we have to pass the law by 2027. That means next year and get the pasarala. So I want to work with OEK, but other belo. One of the things that we want to do at Jena next March, and more economic symposium. Yeah, Moktegar said economic symposium. Instead of saying, let's stop stealing from our children. Let's reform our SS, ma pension. El moral un ser uno hace so that help para get so that help para a future egal plan malolmon bol maklora ndiarat. So tigel experts ame mo obanget mga idea kasi kadamor amayo. Ya ratrablo ame mro eto otin morgidro ase elal sugum mga kadarulin mo for example 43 years and say retire mo full. Ngara impactri. Al sum kada raising mo 10% ta contribution. Ngara impactri. Magita no atrablo mo do klase ngara sel best and fairest way gidat mage adjust egal basent len atal the the proposal moral will at the oiti. Enough of said Tormir kicking the can down the road. We must, as leaders, do the right thing. Di what a budget. We cannot continue the maybe to moruli. No. Ngaria deadline, fix it. Bon maklor nila ato sensi ilaw sel baakle. Take care of family Thanksgiving, maguris masamrael me. I mean, this is, but you know, I think one of the things that helps us make decisions, sometimes this cell urgency, I help make a decision. Well, the time is now.
Yeah,
we need to make decisions.
Or other ways and means a house of Nora, Kwame, Mora Manila, Mora, 8 puffs mo. Tiga either Lamin, tiga either Mogan Fried el Alto.
Te amaluilais. Gada mat kumaro mo other house masenit. Agora eso se tomó meeting rela. why say kadang ramid night hour the hopefully it's a compromise it seems kita something that we can work with kita malong say we have our differences but sel to compromise I think ako ni wa say sel art compromise siya ko to close to tele among close to tele la egal tablo blay abol ngok la adadu and ngani egal blal agree ringi morkom senda egal blam agree me maksay ringi mo chloral egal disagree ringi o kulboltan o masaon because I think that's sometimes that's the challenge but there's they all agree say the funding el take care of employees they need to go so let's do it let's not hold other bela hostage especially Thanksgiving they should be thankful they will get el swab garandir why say
Simula mo rin nga shutdown.
shutdown anyway at the end of the day other bring shutdown in 42 days and what was accomplished
Yeah. Hindi, malungi tingin numero sa stimulus check al 2,000 ma 10,000.
ay yang ram to me rose Trump am lekalek tayo tariff lekal by diesel but anyway
Halik iwiti al texel lara adwa sep malungi tutaw lekor ka taitorio komal masulang raungil talk show to kubet selomring al sal mora taitorio raungil lulaklat kelpmong malbato kol gire de lowring asaul girel Mr. President kamsulang raungil klum ra omring al sal to kunin morar adra am ta ima darabek kal seeds lenguul mangsab edra mula weled el girir other belaw malungi larungu the remeng sa tigiem maklam ra omring al saul adios lo makngal tanga tergaw elolmon lo makray rakaw happy Thanksgiving again lekor kamiu el terung matulungal garkamiu other government masya ko radi message el mlara other government el may mang dia kang lang ngaya kol etial imong ase happy ngitutaw happy to see you on air president a questioner nga kadiak sure president ng sabel and seringi why senators holding the budget nga problem ertir sulang president always for putting God first in everything.
So, kadi moblakatak le chen. Mlari a budget tergid amne propose ringil mora all bira kalulaw. Self proposal del budget tebla da propose mora bira kalulaw. Amlari a part ringil wase med reformer SS, med reformer a pension. Mlari gil wara adjustment temla alset. Wa argila adal moritaer. A house wase President, medo kira daigal telul, edido sadra yesanga. I say. Seguido los isul budget uklila ba house, esending in ma Senate. Ila sela ukpa Senate, ang plan to telul lolongasa. Magumra lo sa the compromise liga lo singa se me bod be telul. President ngani ha telul el soal, Senate ngani ha telul el soal. The most important a budget. So, I think, hopefully today, maybe they can come up with an agreement. El separate legislation about the debate and discuss. Ayel bebra telula tel sadra PGST. Namo enough. We know kaabo sadra adjustment ra PGST. What's going to happen? Ngira mel muter reconfigure tel budget. Kamata sadri. Treated as separate legislation. The separate legislation al rule treated as separate legislation. And I think at the moment the tulul lama confusion say the focus agat magila. So I hope both houses can come together, come up with a solution. Hopefully to there's a bill merigid lang. Diri kalsum to kay tulul al merigid. Mo da kasi that sana mo referring it back to them. They are adrablo suffer. So nga dekal sokal suffer adrablo, dekal sokal adrablo al seba karandi. Nga regil siya that agree. Yakbadi siya nga ablal agree. Marko madurok lagi el mixayan. Lorael. October regil baby na dekada the disagree. Arang.
Halo tong usel kol.
Oi, maluwig tuta le kola welweyo. Maluwig tuta president Palau Macheng Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving with tutaw.
El aya kula langusel House Bill status stable. Senate. Tau si sultan. Kada diregal doon siya Happy Thanksgiving el mortir. All tour vestir wasi. Bore raigel. Esencial la ngar medmin. Especially el social assistant mora. Armo wodal adar verauma. Arngano. Eli itut. Bagada olingi ketir. Logi sel advice en kansen. Sel dalong aliw kom kakarosen na lilalment din anyat kegen balan ikel bomorura interest trabuay wagmal malulu ustir wase ablu amungi bigami igelo kul pending la mama ablu amna makapil ngi madiomes adi balon nit bigami wase brilya ureliu babet kel budget diolini pil wasim mur dia budget ela ka January terbo aro ingol dulu kaman sulang abe igap
Sulang presidente ka kidam melmora groundbreaking ma ribbon cutting tiyan namonay na di era omora le haledik mere del our other legal message was it the Happy Thanksgiving Mr. President Surangel Jr. Lekorakaw ma Jennifer ma family commute and thank you for your hard work kalgirela polwater Palau and especially our other Palau. Forever grateful, forever thankful, and forever blessed. Happy holidays to Mr. President Surangel Jr. and Miss Jennifer and everyone and your loved ones. Misulang and you as well, Mr. President Surangel Jr. Sometimes the best thing you can do is not think, not wonder, not imagine, not obsess. Just breathe and have your faith that everything will work out for the best. Forever grateful of all you do, Mr. President. Happy Thanksgiving. Why say 100% Mr. President Surangel Jr.? Thank you, Mr. President. Happy holidays, Surangel Jr. to you and yours. Informative and to the point. Last two, I suggest that make pension for 01k SS raised age to 65 years of age and make early retirement age 55 or more with percentage of their contribution and no government contribution. Last Sulang President for all you do and still doing. May kekora di klam irar avel merkaw mal masal los of MLM yak mun maskal.
Kurang sersel comment terengel sadra pension ma SS kasi ngamal understand ra adoras mulmururi. So thank you for your comments, and I think kadak peda. We just have to sit down and imol bulu, ngara discussion. Moklon na tablo la se agol kita to be fair. I think sida dirigal kita mo understand ri. Sel dorura to ko girel malmal te tabasul. Hindi kal girel ngal ukmal mo ungil engkam tamal. So girel masam okrin mo tabasul umrun morabek laf. Smi gayel ngasngasel, mi tayel amars. Help para adrabalo. Sulang ako ulit nga kagiran na o'clock. Nga ribbon cutting ra Munes elementary parking lot. One of the things sa turobe sa mneso dirikan Brunei improve ay school ablur belaw to be the best facilities. Ral sira school ablur belaw le kadong ral wasar ngalget deserve the best. So today kadamo open ay el parking lot ra Munes ma Palau High School ma Harris, that's part of ensuring masaya ngalageda adegal lugora marara adobo malubet marara igal potholes in mura classroom. Hindi will umrolil mo. They can be there on time. Adra blira sa samre olger der or tagartir and mataman lamli. Ay kita. Semrian maskul. Ado amna momarek air condition amna momarek. And I hope that encourages our students to increase their attendance and continue loba sel lurdas wasa de gangod al ngarbab el sobaklak ngarab al was school. So lastly the kunterte ale gurang asula la Ambassador Jessica Lee mablura Taiwan ra partnership bertir this last 3 days we've been ribbon cutting ra ablura iral moramal gayo ma adiregal gayuk melaging arorior basically kada kado recognize agero project na mamrek el government tra Taiwan mle help pergi dergut mokla tirgama mkloto tel salit. So happy Thanksgiving to President Lai mar adra ablura Taiwan Gomral Masaul. Thank you for your continued partnership in helping uplift the lives of the Palauan people. Edol molmel upward and forward together. Adam.
The madoreng asulela ada kyati melul ngaserar ada Miyuns Elementary School. Makume sa principal Miyuns Elementary School mle post ra Facebook el Trillia Playground man sa parira malamyak mang. Yeah, I just wanted to share that. Gamal masal mlos.
Ganna ma skura Miyuns, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Ngani abes el Jimmer tir mlamos mental mor amdala school.
Mlamore playground field anamo de halol ars le before seraklator mtelal gibo etral.
First class.
Yeah,
the first class.
Manamongin. Enamo air condition ay ga room mang. Ako mesera ka wat Trump. The first term ra Trump beto ka blarul ako mesera first second term ra beto ka blamrun makapal sa
together. Adamral the lastly kada mrenga sular adrol bil. I mean, these things cannot be done without leadership
people of the budget
working together. Yeah, Gomral was that's why we have healthy debate. Kado sige ako trungil na adra blur belaw. Ang Gomral was today is going to be a good day. And more other belaw. So
yeah, era omoral akmadya sa kamla more hindi ha mo ngasim lobang lungu ito ngasim.
Yes, okay. Malwaise. Mal lungil silsil mura arbek ladra belaw eboda telek liat ngarang no. Rubakal Dios agi maldi mermada marela sil semrenga sule mara ablumam. Mrenga sule mara te lam lolger rang kle mrenga sule mara klangal tangat kam lam skamam magi ker tial tabo le wil blu digamam al madredri. Rubaka agi mrenga sule mara klangal tangat bla sablumam mangari agel time kamam mosois bara amring digim dengero ase kawa amal mon mumitigai gerwame o makrai rakmam rubagi yolngi malmon mal makrai rakmam rage rogul gi morul mabol ngi odongsem rubaga gi mal di utel tealeng Thanksgiving emerald di mrenga sulem rage rogul ga amskam rabekal sils raungil yolt maungil sils ma klisi elabdangam gi malmol al magal gagatkak gi kayudangas gimaurenga sulem ra gerogul ka amnamas kamam robaga yelni taiga rogul ngan klem de Jesus Cristo. Amen.
Amen. Makomal musulang ya Dios lolmon lo maknal tangat tergi de rogoy mabalwat tela o mal musulang.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
God bless you all. Hi.